wonderful weekend, enjoying your Saturday night. You are currently cruising with me to the gas station to go get some smokes. Um, I don't know. It was just quiet on the car ride, and I didn't feel like turning the radio on. I kind of started making my own little, like I was doing the Queens of the Stone Age. But no, I guess I kind of wanted to rant about like a documentary I watched earlier. It was QT8 about Quentin Tarantino, just about his first 8 movies that he made, and they kind of talked about the process that he took to be able to make some of the first films, and just like a lot of the like behind the scenes details of a lot of the different movies that he had made so far up to the point when they had made this documentary. But anyway, I mean, I've been thinking about how I really would love to make movies. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and then I watched that, and it really is definitely inspiring to me in many ways. But I always ask myself, like, why can't I make a fucking movie, right? Why can't I make a movie? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because don't understand lighting. Maybe it's that. Maybe I just don't know the right people. I think that's somewhat likely. And I guess I just haven't gone out and done it myself. I mean, I've really wanted to make some just short projects and shoot some footage myself of things, and I don't know. It's hard experimenting with, especially when you're using a phone. A lot of people are trying to tell me that, oh yeah, you can make a movie on a fucking iPhone or an Android, and yes, I mean I'm not going to debate whether it's possible or not, but it's fucking not going to be like the quality I fucking envision. And I don't know, I gotta get parked in here. But no, I mean there's alright, so there's some things there. Uh Much like how Quentin Tarantino spent a lot of time at the video store, and worked there as well. I grew up in my town fucking always going and hanging out at the video store. My sister happened to be older than I was. She was like 8 years older than me. Some of her friends and stuff that she grew up with worked at the fucking video store, and I'd go there and I'd hang out, and I would help them rewind movies and put them away on the shelves, and I would get free rentals, movies, video games. And I just would hang out. Everybody in town would come in there to rent movies. So I mean, not only was it just like I kind of hanging out in a place that I loved already, but yeah, I got to see and talk to everybody that would come in and out of there. And I always loved hang out at the video store. I love the magic of the video store, and I do miss that experience. Like, it's definitely something that's just it's gone now. The whole fucking the adventure of going to the video store. I miss that. But that's among other things. I mean, our digital lives have absolutely superseded our physical ones at this point. So, and here I am on YouTube talking about it. But yeah, I do miss having that um, genuine experience. And like I said, I do relate with him, with being at a video store, just loving movies themselves in general. And I've always loved them to enough to the point where I do want to fucking make them, but there's a fuck ton of obstacles, and from what I see, I mean, you really got to be able to invest in yourself somewhat. In the documentary, they're talking about how he had made Reservoir Dogs on like $20,000. Now, I feel like there was more money into some of the costs that went into that movie than just $20,000, but that was kind of like the basis that he had sold the script for True Romance to finance Reservoir Dogs, which paid off and allowed him to make Pulp Fiction, which so and so forth. But I've seen so many shitty movies, right? And I've definitely thought, man, if this fucking whoever this person is that made this movie, if they were able to get financed, why can't I get financed to like make a fucking way better movie? That's very I don't know what I'm gonna say, like zealous of me to say, but yeah, I definitely think I could make a movie way better than a lot of these people who have. And it's just more of it's like it's not so much what you're made of or what you know as who you know. I think with a lot of that, those people know people, so they were able to they're able to convince somebody that they could do something good with those shitty movies that never were going to go anywhere. And then maybe some of those people just finance their own shitty movie just to be able to make a movie. But either way, I don't want to make a shitty movie, right? Not that I wouldn't, just to get my fucking chops up and get better at the skill, but I would want my first movie to be like a full feature film that's fucking good. I don't know. I'm just ranting on about that. But I'm a person who loves, music, movies, arts, all the good shit. But especially movies. I have especially always wanted to make my stories because I have at least. I could tell you that I probably have a good 10 different story concepts that I have either wrote like a paragraph of the concept of each one, or I've written at least like several to 10 pages of some of the stories. So I've started to get into, but I find it's really difficult. Like I'm not somebody who reads books. I like to watch movies, right? And I want to make a movie, but I've always felt like I need to write the full story out or write a book before I adapt it into a screenplay. And I've been thinking a lot recently that maybe I just need to make some of these stories short stories. It's okay to not write 100 page or a 200 page fucking novel so you can make a 90 minute to 2.5 hour movie. Um, well, if it's going to be 2.5 hours, for why I saw that a page of a script should take up a minute, right? So yeah, if it's going to be a 2.5 hour movie. You probably do need to write close to a 200 page book, but regardless, I just need to write a short story, and then I can adapt that into a screenplay, or I could just start learning how to write the story out like a screenplay. Um, I definitely need a little bit more practice. Like I said, I'm somebody who doesn't necessarily like to sit down and read books. Not that I don't enjoy stories. It's just the process of sitting down can be, I don't know, overstimulated in this world. Anyways, I'm here at the convenience stores of Speedway. So I'm gonna go and grab my smokes and stop ranting on here to, myself, basically. But either way, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and if you enjoyed listening to my rant, like, subscribe. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be like touching up a lot more in some videos about just some of the things that I love, and um, why I think they're great. And I think that you will find that there are a lot of the things that you love as well. And with that being said, peace, all you good people out there. Have fun.